My name's Chris Hadfield. I'm doing the wire.
Take a listen.
How important is the engineering, the fact that we've learned to build such a large structure in Earth orbit? It's sort of as if, when a little kid is sailing their sailboat in a pond remotely, at some point that then person starts to sail a sailboat up and down the coast, and then they invent and learn and study and figure out all the things they need to do so that maybe then someday they can actually sail out of sight of land. And the station has been orbiting the Earth as if we're sort of sailing within sight of land as we invent. What do you make the hull out of? How do you navigate? What food do you need? How do you make a toilet that'll work forever? How do you recycle water? How do you recycle the oxygen? It's the main crucible test bed where we've been trying to grind out all the lessons that will eventually let us go to the moon. It's the main crucible test bed where we've been trying to grind out all the lessons that will eventually let us go to the moon, that will eventually let us go to the moon, and even that will eventually let us go to the moon and even further away. Where we've been trying to grind out all the lessons that will eventually let us go to the moon.
Astronauts to the moon. Astronauts to the moon.
Especially if you're all alone in space. And the second was you need to do a better job of cleaning the visor of your space helmet, because it was actually the anti-fog on the visor that got into my eyes that made me go blind. So remember, if you're doing a spacewalk, clean your visor really carefully.
Okay, carbonated beverage. Tell me when you're ready.
We're ready.
A cola carbonated beverage here at 2.5 atmospheres, somewhere deep below the sea. This you should never try at home. Shaking up your Coke, because you know what's bound to happen when you take your Coke and you open it up and it sprays all over the room. Didn't happen. Look at that. That's physics in motion right there. Archimedes' principle or Boyle's law or something like that.
Yeah. Ohm's law, Pythagoras.
Ah, got a nice little fizz to it.
A plus B
All right.
squared plus B squared
There we
equals
go.
flat coast.
One of the advantages of living under the ocean. Thank you.
Part of his speech, he was nervous he might faint.
I've decided to retire from government service. Eventually, we would live back in Canada.
From space. It's been a tightly kept secret with everyone instead. Earth is comfortable psychologically.
Vessel, then we're done.